guys, welcome back to my channel. So for those who didn't know, I'm a skincare geek. I love skincare. I love learning about skincare. I love using different skincare products. So my boyfriend's mom told me about a woman in Japan who did a sheet mask on her face every day for a year. And I was like, you know what? I want to try that. Except I didn't want to do a full year because that's a lot of money. So before I even get into this, I want to let you know my skin type. My skin type is oily. And I've had oil skin ever since I was younger, ever since I was born. I don't know if that counts, but I've had oily skin ever since I was younger. But my skin really wasn't acne prone until I got into like my mid to late 20s. When I did that whole thing with my skin and I did the whole retinol thing, I overused all those physical exfoliants and my skin got worse. And it's just been popping up with acne ever since. So my skin has never been dry. It hasn't been combination. It's not sensitive at all. It is just oily. So the sheet mask I used are the Lululemon sheet masks. This one is a balancing sheet mask. And I'm pretty sure it just means balancing like your skin, and it still is moisturizing, but mostly it's supposed to balance your skin. And this one was the moist sheet mask. This one, when they say moist, they mean moist. So I did use these two sheet masks. They're the same brand, but I did interchange between the two. So I didn't use any other sheet mask when I was doing this. I do like the Lululemon because you do get 7 in a pack. You do get the best bang for your buck. I would do my nightly routine. I would go in the shower and I would come out and then I would take a sheet mask. I would leave it on my face for 10 minutes and then I would get everything else done while I was waiting. And then I would take the sheet mask off my face, squeeze everything out. I'm going to put a video of all that, like how I just squeeze everything out. And it was a lot of serum. One sheet mask with that serum, you probably could cover your whole entire body with it, which might be why what I'm about to tell you guys happened. So I started January 2nd on my sheet mask, and I have the footage of that over here. I started January 2nd, and my skin was pretty much, you know, like not a lot of breakouts. I had maybe a pimple or two, but they weren't really like bad. It has some hyperpigmentation, of course. But other than that, my skin was pretty much clear. And I actually didn't finish the whole entire month. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I only did 20 days and I will tell you why. So I noticed while I was using these sheet masks, after a while, on it, like after a week, really, of using the sheet mask, I felt like my skin started breaking out. And I'm gonna put a video of that over here as well. It's not a lot of breakouts because I stopped that right in its tracks. But it was enough for me to notice that something was happening to my skin, and I think it has something to do with the sheet mask. And I'm not saying this in a bad way because I want to tell you guys, I love these sheet masks. I love these sheet masks. But I feel like with my skin type, it just didn't work. And I felt like I was breaking out because of it. But despite me breaking out, I still went along with it, which I know I shouldn't have, because once I started breaking out, I need to just cut that in the bud. But I wanted to make it to the 30-day mark just to see what would happen. But I did only make it to 20 days, which I feel like is pretty good. And I feel like a big thing of me breaking out was the fact that I was using the serum and I was just slathering it all over my face. But honestly, like, who wastes product? Who wastes product? Not me. So I didn't want to just waste the product, especially if I knew I could get more usage out of it. And that's what you're supposed to do anyway. It's an extra serum that really does help with your skin. Sheet mask does help too, but if you got all that product in the sheet mask and you just toss it away, you're tossing money away, you're tossing product away. So when I did squeeze out, I should have known. So I do feel like coming out of it, my skin was a lot more hydrated. It did look a lot more brighter. I didn't notice as many of my fine lines. This is my face currently, like my skin currently. And as you can tell, I have some acne right here and some hyperpigmentation over here. On the other side, it's not that bad. It's never that bad on the other side. I was still breaking out, but it wasn't as bad as on this side. And I was even breaking out under my chin. Well, ignore that. That's a birthmark. That's supposed to be there. But I was even breaking out like even right here and over here. I don't really have fine lines. I'm mostly worried about my smile lines. I think those are my fine lines. And maybe like a little bit underneath here. But yeah, I feel like when I did use it, I felt like my smile lines were less pronounced. And I felt like my under eye was less pronounced as well. I will do this again. I just might not use too many heavier sheet masks because my skin doesn't need a lot of moisture. My skin, it needs moisture, but it doesn't need a lot of moisture. And I felt like I was clogging my pores using all that serum on my face, but it just felt so good on my skin. But I just knew it was clogging my pores. But I will do this again. I will just use more sheet masks that are tailored to my skin type as opposed to just using like, I wouldn't say that it's just any brand because I've been using those before and they do work, but I think the constant usage of it messed with my skin. So that's the end of my video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below. Let me know if you guys have ever tried a sheet mask challenge, even though it's not really a challenge. But if you've used sheet mask for a prolonged period of time, let me know how that did for your skin. Let me know if you liked it or if you didn't like it. Also, comment down below some good sheet mask brands. Like, I'm always open for some good skincare. Preferably Korean or Japanese sheet mask, but any brand's okay with me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video.